You know when you film the whole video and then realise that none of it's been in focus? Love my life. Hello everybody, welcome back to the Vanity Case. Thank you very much for joining me again. Today I'm going to be talking about something that I love equally as much as clothes, and that is interiors. If you've been with me for a while, then you'll know that I love spicing up any room I'm in. What kind of sentence is that? What I'm trying to say is I really enjoy making my space my own. It makes me a lot more motivated and just makes my mental well-being a lot more positive and happy. So today I thought that I would talk you through a couple of things that I've done to kind of spruce up my loft space that I've been converting at the moment. There's actually a lot of tips and tricks that I've been doing to kind of transform the space with a low budget. So I thought that I would share those with you today because I think they're really effective. Now, I'm very aware that not everybody has the same taste as I in terms of Versailles mansion, like Rococo palace vibe. I'm very aware that not everybody's into that. But I'm also very aware that there is a small minority of the population who are. And I'm guessing that if you're subscribed to this channel, then you most likely are an 80-year-old woman deep down, just like me. The first thing I'd say you need to kind of make a decision on is your colour scheme. So for me, don't know if you can tell, but it's gold. I love gold, especially for interiors. It's my favourite colour. I feel like everything looks so opulent and just very Marie Antoinette. I remember when I moved into my uni house and my friends saw my room for the first time, they were literally all like, this looks like a National Trust property. And I was like, that's my vibe. So as you can kind of see, I fill my room with a lot of these gold accents, whether that be gold mirrors, gold fireplace guards. A way that I really like to inject this colour into my life and my room is through the means of spray paint. I love spray paint. Quite honestly, it needs to be taken away from me because I've gone through about 3 cans of gold spray paint and it's getting to the point where it's a little bit concerning. The first thing that I kind of experimented with, and the reason why I bought spray paint originally, is to actually coat some coat hangers. Now this sounds a bit crazy, but trust me, trying to find gold coat hangers is a living nightmare. It's basically impossible, and when you do find them, they're like 20 quid for 5, and quite frankly, that just isn't happening. So I took matters into my own hands and decided to spray paint some plain wire hangers myself. This honestly has worked out so well. I bought sets of these from Wilkinson's and I also bought the spray paint from Wilkinson's. I think the coat hangers were like £2 to £3 for 5 and I just bought lots of them. And then the spray paint was anywhere from £5 to £9 a can. The reason that I wanted it to look quite formulaic is because I have an exposed clothing rail. Well, I have 2. I have a lot of clothes. Especially because my clothing rails are like the main feature in my room. There's a lot of colourful clothes on there. I want it to look nice, and I feel like just something small, like making sure you have the same colour coat hangers, really can transform a space. When I finished these, honestly, it made such a difference. It just looks so bougie and cute. I was such a fan. I literally just spray painted these outside. I think it was during lockdown actually. That's how bored I was. I laid some newspaper out on the grass and just sprayed the living daylights out of them. Do ensure to spray paint outdoors though, not inside. We do not support solvent abuse. That's for the weekends. We are sticking with spray paint, but I thought I'd show you something else that I've sprayed. This is, I think it's like a pencil pot or something. I got it from Poundland. It was in this kind of iridescent mermaidy pearly colour. For some reason there's a lot of mermaidy sea vibes around at the moment. It's just not me. So I thought I'd pick it up anyway for £1. Originally I was going to put my makeup brushes in it, but the top unfortunately isn't wide enough. You know, for a while I was using it as a phone stand for my desk. This is actually like revolutionary. So I would literally just, when I was watching anything while doing my makeup, pop it in the top there. Works like a charm. Then I decided that I could put some fake flowers in it like so and kind of make it into a little decorative vase vibe, and that's worked out really nicely as well. It's just, you know, adding small touches to the room, tying in that gold colour scheme. Yeah, so I was very happy with this. £1 and a bit of spray paint. Can't argue with that. So the next things that I made are these little trinket trays. These are some actual shells which I painted during lockdown. I don't know where these shells have come from, but I'm sure you can get some at any crafting shop, hobbycraft places like that. And then I thought, you know what, I feel like they're missing something. I had a really old pearl necklace that was falling apart, but I always like to save old jewellery for any crafting potential opportunities there, and this came in handy so much. I literally just super glued the pearls inside, and honestly, they are so effective. Individually, they work so well to keep my rings and jewellery in, because we all have that set of jewellery that we wear daily and you want to keep it in the same place. These are brilliant for that, and they really, again, just tie and gold theme. So cheap, literally. These were free to make for me, and I think these have turned out really well. Another thing that you will see dotted around my room is a lot of fake foliage. This is plastic ivy, plastic flowers, plants, but you know, we don't go for tacky foliage. We go for stuff that looks reasonably real. I love having plants around me, but unfortunately in my loft room there's really not a lot of natural light, so I kind of have to go for the fake plant rule up here. You can get this kind of stuff from anywhere. eBay does it, any crafting shops do fake ivy and things like that. I think it makes the room really cosy, especially when you incorporate it with some warm lighting. Like, I've got some fairy lights dotted around my room and they're always a warm white. That's one thing that I would definitely advocate, is going for a warmer white coloured bulb. It just makes the room so much more cosy, especially with the winter months coming up. The next thing is kind of a given for me. I feel like I don't even need to mention it, but I will anyway. I am a massive lover of art, and so I want to make sure that it's filled with prints, photographs or pieces of art that I really, really love. Photos of your friends, your favourite artists' work, prints that you like out of a magazine, anything like that. The last thing I'm going to talk about is a little bit off-piste, but quite frankly, when I figured it out, I was so shocked. I have to share it with you. So after moving around all the pieces of furniture in my room where I wanted them to go, I kind of realised that I had this long strip of space right here that I wanted to put some use to. I already have a lot of photos around my room and there's already a big piece of art next to it. So I knew that I didn't really want to put any more imagery there, but I did want to make use of the space. And this is when I came to the idea of creating a hat wall. Now, if you know me, you know that I have many, many berets in many different colours. They are in fact my favourite hat. And I've actually really struggled with where to put them in the past, because a lot of my pieces of clothing have a particular space where they go. My bags, my clothes, my shoes, things like that. But for my hats, I just didn't really have anywhere to store them. And I had this idea, and it really was just a fleeting idea. I was like, if I just stick a drawing pin in the wall, then maybe they'll just rest on there and I can just dot them down. I honestly did not expect this to work, but it worked like a dream. Not only do they stay up there perfectly, but they're so easily changeable. The only damage that's going to be left there if you decide to take it down is a tiny little hole in the wall where your drawing pin was. So this, to me, was genius. It's such a feature, and I'm really, really happy with it. So I think that is about everything. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I have a video coming up which actually is a DIY video. I'm very excited to share this with you. I'm not going to give too much away just yet. I'm still in the process of filming it, but this is going to be super fun. So keep your eyes peeled for that one. Thank you for joining me and just listening to me ramble about things that I love for a while. I feel like that's what most of these videos are, but I love filming them and I love communicating with you guys in the comments down below or on my Instagram. I'm at Eccentric Ellie. Give me a cheeky follow and I'll be sure to follow you back. Thanks for joining me again, guys. I'll see you very, very soon. Take care and stay safe. Bye!